Howdy! Welcome to the Bear's Den. Come on in here and get you a seat. Let's just do some talking. I just want to let everybody know what the channel's about. New channel. You might find us cooking, canning, freeze drying, working on chicken pen. We might load you up on a pontoon boat, take you fishing one day, then cook the fish the next day. There's a little bit of everything. But primarily I want to gear it towards cooking and recipes. Let people send in recipes they want to try. We'll try them together. Or if you got something you like and you don't know and can't find a recipe, just tell me what it is and I'll make you a recipe. I'm pretty good at that. We'll just do it together. Got something particular you want to try out freeze drying? Maybe you just got your freeze dryer and just getting into it. Try to help you out. I've had mine about a year and a half now. We had a little extra cash. Told Bam girl, we're gonna get us a freeze dryer. She said, "Ooh, you sure we want to spend that much money?" I said, "No, I'm sure I don't want to spend that much money. But that's how much they are. Nearly $3,000 for a medium. And I wished I'd went ahead and spent the extra and got a large now." I love it. But we do a little candy every now and then to give friends and the family, grandkids. But I like doing a little bit of prepping, I guess you call it. Putting a few things up for the future. Eggs, different things that you can freeze dry and they'll last 20, 25 years, no problem at all. No, we may never need any food stashes, but you know what? It'd be nice to have. You know, we pay for a lot of insurance we don't ever need. And a good stocked pantry would be about the cheapest insurance you could get. You know, just, 3 years ago? Things got pretty rough. Could have got a whole lot worse. And one day it probably will get a whole lot worse. So, I ain't a prepper, but we sure believe in just trying to be prepared. We're putting a few things ahead. Besides, you know, like tilapia. I freeze dried some tilapia. Gonna do a lot more. However much it is a pound a day, I assure you 10 years from now, it'll be 4 or 5 times more. At least. But you know, things get hard. People don't understand. There's lots of folks, you know, young folks. I say young folks, I mean my age, you know, that don't even understand. You know, about the Depression. You know, they think it was old people had it so rough they didn't have no money, couldn't buy nothing. Let me tell you something. It didn't matter how much money you had, you couldn't buy nothing. There wasn't nothing to buy. You know, you was only allowed to buy so much. You was only allowed so much sugar, so much flour. No matter how much money you had, there wasn't nothing to buy. So, stick a little back when you can. Be prepared. Also I love canning. And it's easy. It's so easy. Some people are so afraid of canning, but there's nothing to be afraid of. It's common sense. Follow the directions. You know, I'm afraid it'll blow up. I hear them horror stories, but you know what? If you lay in the middle of the street, you'll get run over too. But don't lay in the middle of the street. You know, look both ways and walk across. Same thing with canning. Nothing dangerous about canning at all. Follow a few common sense directions. You know, there's some things that you just don't pressure cook, period, because they foam bad, they splatter bad. And they'll stop up your little breather. But, you know, you got to babysit you can, or you can't. It's not one of those things you can put on the stove and go out and work in the garden while it's processing. You need to stay within hearing distance of it. As long as they can hear that pressure bleeding off, you're fine. If you ever heard it stop bleeding off, you need to check it. You know, it might get stopped up, and if it does, all you would have to do is turn the heat off. No danger. Nothing dangerous about it. Anyway, if you're interested in doing some canning, tell me what you want to do. I'll make you a video on it, walk you through it. Easy as can be. Same thing with cooking, you know. Any recipes you want to send, you can send them right there to my email. You'll be able to find my email. Get it fast moving at yahoo.com, or get it fast moving at gmail.com. Either one. And or you can just leave me right there in the messages a note. Say, hey Jeff, I'd sure like to do some green beans and taters for my first canning session. And I'll just get the stuff and we'll do some green beans and taters together. Don't be afraid to do meat neither. Woo! There's some good eating. You can take some pork, just chunk it up and can it in them jars. Get that out and eat it right out of the jar with a fork. Ooh, it's some good eating. I also have a chamber vacuum sealer that'll seal these retort pouches. Like you buy your tuna in a town, you know, that metal full pouch. I can can in those too. I do. I done a bunch of samples the other day for us to test and see what we liked and didn't like. All of it was okay. You know, if you need to put it up for long-term storage food for emergencies, any of it would be just fine. But surprisingly, the tilapia done better than anything. You know, I mean, just the nature of the beast. Anything you can is processed. You know, it's cooked. It'd be considered being overcooked if you was just cooking it deep. From the amount of time you have to process it. So you know how meat is. It don't matter that it's cooked underwater. It dries the meat out if you overcook it. Well, that tilapia held up better than anything else as far as, you know, being enjoyable, the texture of it still. Tilapia is cheap compared to lots of other meat. So, we do lots of tilapia, and it's a lot healthier for you than lots of other meat, too. Janet works in the state of Florida. She's not here a lot, but when she is, she'll help us. Those of you that don't know it, I only have one working hand. I lost my left hand to a stroke about 9 years ago, and it's never came back. I can stick something in my hand and hold it, but I can't guarantee it's going to stay there. It might drop at any time. Can opener. You'd think it's funny watching me work a can opener. I pop it on the can with my right hand, stick the handle in my left hand, crank the can opener on my right hand. When I get through, I can't get the can opener out of my left hand. It clamps onto it like a vice. Just the stress of holding it there. And I can't tell it to release. It won't. I take my right hand and have to pull it back out of the left hand. So anyway, some things I'm doing, you say, well, why does he do it that way? Well, it's because he's got one hand. That's just like starting this channel. I wanted to do it a long time ago. I wanted to do a little bit of a homestead / farmstead type thing. We had turkeys, chickens, pigs. I'm talking about like a couple of hundred chickens and turkeys. 4 or 5 pigs, ducks. Had a little bit of everything there in Alabama. And I wanted to do a little homestead type program, but it's rough, you know, trying to walk around. You need to hold the camera. You walk around doing chores. What people's interested in is seeing you take care of your animals and how you do it. What you do, well, can't do much when you're having to hold a cane in the only hand you got that works. So anyway, I procrastinated and didn't do it. Same thing. Bama girl was working then, so she was only there a limited time, and I didn't want to ask her to follow me around with a camera by the time she was home. But you know, I figured the cooking. I watch a lot of the cooking shows. I want a recipe for something. Instead of Googling it, I'll go look on YouTube. I said, wait a minute. You know, I love cooking. I cook every day with one hand. I can do YouTube. I can cook, can, freeze dry, everything that I do. So, here we are. I got 3 or 4 little videos loaded up. Ain't much to them, you know. I was told just get started. You know, just put some on there and get started. Just to get something on there. And that's the hardest part. Let it grow from there. You have to bear with me. I ain't great on this editing thing. I don't have no fancy camera. Using the phone. Of course, a lot of YouTubers told me that I talked to, you want to use the phone. They said start with the phone. And a lot of them actually still use the phone. They enjoy using the phone because it gives them their camera all the time. You know, they have it right there in their shirt pocket. No matter where they're at, they can pull it out. So we'll go with it and see how it does. When we get through in here, I'm going to build me an outdoor kitchen. And I may get me a camera, you know, to use out there in a studio kitchen. If we can get this thing going. So appreciate you guys stopping by. If you would, please, on your way out, hit that subscribe button, that like button. Leave a little message. Don't matter if it ain't nothing but just hello, Jeff. You know, appreciate you here at the Bears Den. The name come from, I had a good buddy down in South Florida. I worked for him for a while, ran a service truck at a big diesel shop. Ended up taking over his job later. But he called me Bear. Somebody, if I was at home, somebody said, where's Dicus at, so-and-so? He said, he's gone to the den. So I just trying to figure out a name, and I thought, well, something different, Bears Den. So I got fooling around with the Bears Den, cooking in the Bears Den, and then once I went with it, all kinds of things came up about the Bears Den. But it still took it, and it comes up good whenever you Google cooking in the Bears Den. It'll come up just a few. You don't have to scroll far and you'll find me. Cooking in the Bears Den, my picture. And like I said, if you click on it, you can go to my channel and you'll find my email. You can send me a recipe you want to see or anything else. Or you can just leave them right here in the messages. Appreciate y'all coming by. I'm going to let you get out of here. Help me out. Go over and hit subscribe if you would, please. If you enjoy the videos, please like them and leave a message. If you don't enjoy them, like them and leave a message twice. Appreciate you guys. Thank you.